He swore he loved me, but caught me peeking at his secret desire. The night air is sharp enough to taste. Pine and smoke cling to my skin like memory, the kind of scent that will never wash out of a sweater. We've been out here for 5 days. Now, me, him, the kids, and his parents, living our so-called wilderness dream. Campfires, tin mugs, marshmallows that collapse into sticky sugar webs between our fingers. On the surface, we're the picture of wholesomeness. But inside me, something is shifting. I don't notice it at first. I'm tired, distracted, moving through the rhythm of motherhood like a song on repeat. The tent zippers, the bedtime stories, the whispered, "Shh, mommy's here," when one of the kids wakes in the night. My hands are always full, my patience stretched thin. He tells me he loves me. He tells me I'm beautiful. And for years, I believed it. Until tonight. I only went inside the trailer to pee. That was it. Just a small escape, a sliver of quiet away from the chaos. But then I saw it, his phone, resting on the tub like it belonged there, like it wasn't a loaded weapon waiting to explode. I pick it up. I shouldn't, I know that. But the thought is innocent, almost playful. Maybe he's been looking at me. Maybe I'll find something that reminds me he still burns for me, even when I feel worn down, even when I forget to brush my hair or shave my legs. Maybe I'll see one of my pictures and remember, oh yes, I'm wanted. The screen unlocks, like it's been waiting for me, and then, bam, a stranger's body, raw and unfiltered, filling the entire frame. A punch to the gut masquerading as pixels. I scroll. One more, another. A video this time. She's performing for him, for his eyes. Not mine, not ours. Her. My chest tightens, my throat burns, and in that moment, it's like the forest outside disappears. No pine, no smoke, no stars. Just me, staring at proof that the man who swore to love me prefers the thrill of digital strangers over the woman who bore his children. I hear footsteps on the gravel outside. His voice, low and casual, drifting toward the trailer. I panic. Lock the phone. Set it back exactly how I found it. By the time he steps inside, I'm already washing my hands, pretending like the world hasn't shifted beneath my feet. "Hey," he says softly, almost tender, like he hasn't just shattered something I don't know how to glue back together. His hand brushes my back in that casual, familiar way that used to make me melt. Now it makes me flinch. I force a smile. "Hey, just needed a break." He doesn't notice. Or maybe he does, but chooses not to. Later, when we're all around the fire, I play my role. I laugh at his father's jokes, help his mother with the cocoa, kiss sticky marshmallow from my daughter's cheek. But inside, I'm unraveling. The sound of his laughter cuts through me like glass. His hand on my knee feels foreign, like it belongs to someone I no longer know. The worst part? He looks at me like nothing's wrong, like he still loves me, like the glow from the firelight is enough to hide the storm brewing behind my eyes, and I let him. Because what else can I do? We're 10 hours from home, trapped in the middle of nowhere, with 2 kids who think their father hung the moon. So I swallow it down. I tuck it deep inside me, under layers of duty and silence. But later, when the kids are asleep, when his parents are zipped into their own tent, when the fire burns down to embers, I lie beside him in the darkness, staring at the canvas ceiling. His breathing is steady, slow. He sleeps like the innocent. And I think about the phone, about her, about how easily he could betray me while I sit right next to him, carrying his children's weight in my bones. My fingers curl into fists against the blanket. I imagine rolling him off the edge of the bed. Just a little push. Gravity, doing the dirty work for me. But I don't. Instead, I breathe in the smoke-soaked air and whisper to myself, so quietly. I can barely hear it. This isn't the end, but it might be the beginning of something I can't stop. The night holds its breath around me, and in that silence I realize I'm not just heartbroken. I'm alive, sharpened, awake in a way I haven't been in years, and for the first time I wonder what happens if I stop pretending. Morning sneaks into camp on a pale wash of light, the kind that blurs the edges of everything. The air smells like damp grass and last night's fire, smoky and sweet. Birds chirp in the distance, too cheerful, as if the world hasn't cracked, open inside me. I move quietly through the motions, packing snacks for the kids, folding blankets, filling the dented thermos with coffee. My body knows what to do even while my mind replays the night before, like a cruel loop I can't pause. His phone, her face, her body, his lies, though unspoken, louder than any words. He walks past me, bare-chested, hair mussed from sleep, and my stomach twists. I used to love him like this, unpolished, half-awake, human. Now every detail feels like betrayal dressed up as normalcy. "Coffee?" he asks, voice thick with morning. "Already poured." I keep my tone even, neutral. His lips curve into the smile that once melted me. "You always know what I need." Do I think? Or do I only know what you want me to believe? I watch him sip the coffee, steam curling between us. He doesn't. Notice the way I look at him, like I'm staring at a stranger. Maybe he never noticed how deeply I studied him all these years. Maybe that's part of the problem. Later, we take the kids down to the lake. The water is glass, unbroken except for the stones they toss with squeals of delight. I kneel in the sand, my jeans damp at the knees, cheering them on, my smile stretched tight. Behind me, I feel his presence. Always near, always too close. His shadow falls across mine. "Want me to take over?" he asks, brushing his hand along my shoulder as he crouches. The touch lingers too long, warm against my chilled skin. I shift slightly, not enough to draw suspicion, but enough to breathe again. "They're fine. Just let them play." The words are calm, but my heartbeat is not. Every time he touches me now, I feel the weight of what I know pressing between us. The secret. His secret. My prison. He notices something, I can tell. His brow furrows when I don't laugh at his jokes. His eyes flick to mine, searching. There's a tension here, thick as the humid air, and I know he feels it too. He just doesn't know I've seen behind the curtain, or maybe he suspects. That night, it rains. Soft at first, then heavier, drumming the canvas of our tent in a steady rhythm. The kids curl against me, warm little bodies, their breaths, shallow and innocent. Outside, thunder rumbles. The air tastes metallic, electric. When the children finally drift into deep sleep, he leans closer. His hand brushes my hip through the blanket, slow and familiar, like he's trying to remind me of something that once belonged only to us. I freeze. My body remembers desire, but my mind screams betrayal. "Don't," I whisper. He pulls back slightly, confusion flickering across his face in the dim light. "What's wrong? What's wrong?" The question is so absurd I almost laugh, but instead I stare at him, my throat thick with words I'm not ready to release. If I speak, I'll shatter the fragile normalcy holding this trip together. His parents, our kids, the illusion of a family. So I shake my head and lie. Just tired. He hesitates, then nods, rolling onto his back. Silence stretches between us, filled only by the rain. I stare at the ceiling of the tent, my chest aching with unsaid truths, and then he reaches for my hand. His fingers find mine in the dark, hesitant, almost boyish. The same hand that held my hair back when I was sick, the same hand that clutched mine in the hospital when our first baby was born. It's terrifying, how familiar it feels, and yet In that moment, it feels like holding the hand of someone who's already let me go. I let him hold it anyway. Because even lies can feel like love when you're starving for it. The next day is unbearable. Sunshine returns, blindingly bright, reflecting off the water, heating the metal of the trailer until it smells like scorched plastic. Everyone is cheerful, bustling, busy. Everyone but me. I catch him watching me more than once. His gaze lingers, curious, unsettled. When our eyes meet, I hold the look longer than I should, daring him to flinch. He doesn't. But I see the question in his eyes. What's changed? By afternoon, I can't stand it anymore. I slip away, claiming I need to fetch more kindling. My footsteps carry me into the trees, where the air is cooler, shaded, smelling of moss and wet bark. And then, I hear him behind me. "You okay?" His voice is low, careful. I don't turn. "Fine." "You've been distant." The understatement nearly makes me laugh. I wrap my arms around myself, staring at the dappled ground. "Just tired." "You've said that twice now." He takes a step closer. The forest seems to close in with him, the space between us charged, magnetic. I finally turn, meeting his gaze. His eyes are earnest, almost pleading, and for a moment, I see the man I once trusted with everything. But then I remember. "I'm not the one who's been distant," I say softly. His brow creases. He searches my face, confused, maybe even guilty. My chest pounds with the need to scream, to name what I know, to throw his phone and her body and his betrayal right at his feet. But I don't. Not yet. Because even though I'm breaking, part of me still wants to hear him say it first. He takes another step, close enough now that I feel the heat radiating off his skin. His hand lifts as if to touch my face, then falters, hovering in the charged air between us. The silence is unbearable. His eyes lock on mine. Something passes through them. Fear, longing, shame. My lips part, words trembling on the edge. This could be the moment, the unraveling, the explosion. But then, "Mommy!" My daughter's voice rings through the trees high and bright. I jerk back, breaking the spell. He drops his hand. We both turn, plastering on smiles as our child runs toward us, curls bouncing, cheeks flushed from play. The moment is gone. Stolen. He walks back with her, hand resting protectively on her shoulder, performing fatherhood-like, a shield, and I trail behind them, my heart a storm. That night, lying beside him once more, I can't sleep. His body radiates heat next to mine, his breathing steady, almost smug. I stare into the dark, aching with questions that claw at my ribs. Does he think I don't know? Does he care if I do? And worst of all, why do I still crave his touch, even as it burns me? I press my hand to my chest, feeling my heartbeat, wild and unrelenting. Something is building inside me, a dam about to break, and when it does, there will be no pretending left. The forest feels different tonight. The air is heavier, damp with dew, every sound sharper than it should be. The snap of a twig, the distant hoot of an owl, the restless wind stirring the branches overhead. I tell myself I came out here to clear my head, but the truth is I was suffocating inside the trailer. His nearness, his breathing, his warmth beside me in the dark. I couldn't stand it another second. So I walk, alone, barefoot in old sneakers, arms wrapped tight around myself as if holding in the storm. But I'm not alone for long. His voice reaches me before he does. "You can't just disappear like that." I thought. His footsteps crunch against the dirt. He stops when he sees me leaning against a tree, my face turned away. "You thought what?" My voice comes out sharper than intended. He exhales a sound full of weight. I thought something happened to you. Something did happen to me, I want to say. You happened, your secrets, your lies. But the words choke in my throat. Instead, I press my palm against the bark, grounding myself. The tree is solid. I am not. Why are you following me? I whisper. Because you've been different, and I don't know why. I need to know. I turn then, slowly, my eyes locking on his. Moonlight filters through the branches, painting his face in fractured silver. He looks raw, almost vulnerable. His hair damp from the mist, his jaw tense, his hands shoved deep into his pockets like he's holding himself back. You don't know why? My voice trembles between disbelief and fury. Really? He blinks, startled. What do you mean? 4. A heartbeat. I consider tearing it all open, throwing her body, her pictures, her performance across the air between us like a blade. But something stops me. Maybe pride, maybe fear, maybe the desperate, foolish hope that if he truly loves me, he'll confess on his own. You've been hiding things, I say instead. Softer, yet pointed. Things you don't want me to. See? His throat works. His lips part, then close again. His eyes flicker away, then back. It's all the confirmation I need. Silence wraps around us, thick as the night itself. My pulse roars in my ears. Finally, he whispers, "You're right." The ground seems to tilt. I clutch the tree, breath catching. Then say it. Tell me. His eyes glisten, catching the moonlight like water. He steps closer, slow, hesitant. The air between us crackles. I've been selfish, he admits. Stupid. I thought I could keep things separate. That it didn't mean anything. That it wouldn't hurt you if you never knew. The words slice through me. My knees weaken, but I don't move. My heart is a bird beating against its cage. Didn't mean anything? My voice shakes, sharp with pain. You sent your heart, your hunger, your attention to someone else. How is that nothing? He flinches, his hand lifting toward me, then stopping mid-air as though afraid I'll recoil. His voice breaks when he says, "It was never about love. I swear. I never stopped loving you." I laugh, bitter and hollow. You call this love? For a moment, we just stand there. Two broken shadows tangled in moonlight, words like knives between us. Then he does something I don't expect. He steps close, close enough that I feel the heat of his body, close enough that the air shifts with the force of his presence. He doesn't touch me, not yet, but his voice lowers, trembling. I don't want anyone else. I want you, always you, even when I've been the worst kind of man. The rawness of it rattles me. My breath hitches, my body betraying me with its longing. Because despite everything, part of me still aches for him, still wants to believe. Don't, I whisper, shaking my head. My eyes sting, wet with tears I refuse to shed. Don't say what you think will keep me. I'm not, he says fiercely. His hand finally finds my arm, fingers curling gently, not gripping, not demanding, just there, warm, solid, anchoring me. I'm telling you the truth. I've been lost, but I've never stopped wanting you. His touch burns through me, awakening memories I thought I'd buried. Our first kiss, our wedding night, the births of our children, all the moments his hand was my safe place. I want to rip away. I want to collapse into him. I do neither. Instead, I whisper the question that haunts me most. Then why wasn't I enough? His face crumples. You are. God, you are. I don't know why I did it. Curiosity, ego, addiction. I was stupid. But it was never because you weren't enough. Tears slip down my cheeks, hot and unstoppable. He reaches to wipe them, hesitates, then lets his hand fall. His restraint shreds me more than his touch ever could. The silence between us is unbearable. My heart feels raw, peeled open, and then he leans in. It happens slowly, like the world itself is holding its breath. His face inches closer, his eyes searching mine for permission. The scent of rain and pine clings to his skin. I can feel his breath warm against my lips. Every muscle in my body trembles. My mind screams no. My body whispers yes. His lips brush mine, just barely. A ghost of a kiss, soft as a secret. My chest caves with the weight of it. It's tender, desperate, aching. With apology, and for one heartbeat, I let him, because this kiss isn't about desire. It's about confession, about a man begging silently for forgiveness he hasn't earned. I break away first, gasping, tears still on my cheeks. My palm presses against his chest, not pushing, not pulling, just there, feeling the frantic rhythm of his heart. I can't, I choke out. His eyes close, pain etched into every line of his face. I know. We stand like that, suspended in the storm of everything unsaid, and then a sound cuts through the night. A voice. His mother calling our names from the camp, sharp with worry. The spell shatters. I step back, wiping my face, forcing my breaths steady. He swallows hard, fists clenching at his sides, eyes burning with words left unsaid. "We'll talk later," he says, voice hoarse. But as we walk back toward the glow of the campfire, I know the truth. Later isn't promised. Later might never come, because that kiss, half confession, half crime, has already changed everything. The day after the kiss is a blur. I move through it like a ghost, packing sandwiches, untangling fishing lines, brushing dirt from scraped knees, while inside me, everything is unraveling. The kiss lingers on my lips, faint as a bruise. I replay it over and over, the way his breath trembled. The desperation in the way he almost touched me, but didn't. It was nothing. It was everything. He hasn't spoken of it since. Not once. Not when he poured coffee this morning. Not when he laughed. With his father, not when he carried our son on his shoulders down the trail. He wears his normalcy like armor, polished and impenetrable. But I see the cracks. The way his eyes flick to mine when he thinks I'm not looking. The way his hand twitches like it remembers my skin. The silence between us has changed. It's no longer absence. It's pressure, like a storm cloud that can't hold itself much longer, and I am the lightning waiting to strike. That evening, his parents take the kids for a walk by the water, giving us unintentionally the rarest thing. Of all time alone, the camp is quiet, hushed, as if the world itself knows what's coming. I sit by the dwindling fire, poking at the embers with a stick. Sparks rise, brief bursts of light before vanishing. My chest feels the same, burning, then empty. He lowers himself onto the log beside me. Too close. Always too close. "You've barely looked at me all day," he says softly. I keep my eyes on the fire. "I've looked enough." "Then you know," he murmurs, "that I'm sorry." The word hangs there, fragile. Sorry, as if it's enough. My throat tightens. Sorry doesn't erase it. His jaw flexes. No, but it's all I have. The fire pops, sending sparks into the air. I finally turn to him. His face is shadowed, lit unevenly by flame. He looks older tonight, worn, stripped down to something raw. "Then give me more," I whisper. "Give me the truth." His eyes lock on mine, and for a long moment, nothing moves. Then, slowly, he exhales. "I was lonely," he says. "Not because of you, not because you failed me, but because I let myself believe that the little flickers of attention from anyone, anywhere, meant I was still something, still wanted, still alive." His words slice through me, deep and jagged. I don't know whether to scream or sob. You had me, I say. My voice cracks. You still do, and I've given you everything. My body, my time, my youth, my children. Wasn't that enough proof you were wanted? His hand grips his knee, knuckles white. It should have been. It is. I was the one who was empty, not you. Tears sting my eyes, hot and unrelenting. Then why betray me? Why betray us? He leans forward, elbows on his thighs, face buried in his hands. His voice is muffled, broken, because I was weak, because I didn't stop myself when I should have, because some part of me was selfish enough to think I could have both. Your love and that thrill. I hate myself for it. The firelight dances across his skin, painting him in shades of orange and gold, fragile and human. My anger is still there, sharp and righteous, but beneath it, something unexpected stirs. Pity. No, not pity. Recognition. Because I, too, have felt invisible. I, too, have longed to be seen. My hand moves before I can stop it, reaching for his. His head lifts at the touch, eyes wide, shimmering in the half-light. You broke me, I whisper. I know. His fingers curl around mine, tentative, like he doesn't deserve the contact. But I can't stop loving you, I admit, tears sliding down my cheeks. Even when I want to. He inhales sharply, as though the words are both gift and curse. His thumb brushes my knuckles, trembling. Then let me prove it. Let me prove I'm still yours. The fire crackles. My pulse hammers. The night seems to lean closer, urging me forward. And for the first time in days, I let myself look at him, not as a liar, not as a stranger, but as the man I once fell for. His face is achingly familiar. His eyes are stormy with regret. His lips part like he's waiting for me to decide if I'll damn him or save him. I move first. It's not a kiss this time. Not yet. I press my forehead to his, closing my eyes, letting the silence speak what words cannot. His breath catches, ragged, unsteady. Our hands lock tighter. I hate you, I whisper. And I love you. His laugh is broken, half sob, half prayer. That's how I feel about myself. And then we're kissing again, not tentative this time, but desperate. His lips crash against mine, fierce and pleading, salt from my tears mingling with the taste of smoke and fire. His hands frame my face, trembling with the force of holding back too much for too long. I should push him away. I should scream. Instead, I kiss him back, pouring every shard of my heartbreak into it. It's messy, raw, nothing like the polished beginnings of love. This is survival. This is need. He pulls me closer, his forehead pressed against mine when we break apart, gasping. Don't leave me, he whispers, voice cracked open. I want to say I will. I want to say he deserves it. But the truth claws its way out instead. Don't give me a reason to. Our breaths mingle in the charged air. The fire burns low, shadows swallowing us whole. His hands tremble as they grip mine, and I realize this is his breaking point. And mine? Because from this moment on, nothing will ever be the same. The sound of voices breaks us apart. His parents returning with the children. We jerk back, wiping faces, straightening spines, plastering on masks of normalcy. Our daughter rushes toward me, arms open, and I scoop her into my lap, burying my face in her curls. He throws himself into chatter with his father, his laugh too loud, too forced. But beneath it all, our eyes meet across the fire. A silent promise, a silent threat. Tomorrow, we go home. And when we do, the real reckoning begins. The drive home is 10 hours long. 10 hours of winding highways, gas station coffee, restless kids, and silence so thick it could choke. His parents ride behind us in their car, the children slumped in the back seat with tablets and snacks, oblivious. And there we are, side by side, close enough to touch, but oceans apart. Every so often he glances at me. I see it in the corner of my eye, the tightening of his jaw, the flicker of guilt across his features. But I don't give him the satisfaction of looking back. My hands stay on the wheel when I drive, folded in my lap when it's his turn. I am stone. I am fire. I am both braking and holding myself together. By the time we pull into the driveway, night has swallowed the sky. The kids tumble out, sleepy and cranky, dragging bags behind them. His parents wave goodbye, promising to call tomorrow. And then it's just us. The house feels foreign, like stepping into someone else's life. Toys on the floor, laundry in baskets, photos of our smiles lining the hallway, a museum of the life we built together, one that now feels like a lie. I tuck the kids in, pressing kisses to their foreheads, listening to their soft breathing. When I finally step into our bedroom, he's there, sitting on the edge of the bed, phone in his hands, staring at the dark screen like it might swallow him whole. My stomach twists. The phone. Always the phone. Changed your passcode again? I ask quietly, unable to stop myself. His head snaps up. No. His voice is low, tired. It's the same. Generous of you. I cross my arms, leaning against the doorway. My heart hammers, but I keep my face cold. He sets the phone down on the nightstand, slow and deliberate, as if offering a sacrifice. I told you, I'm done, with all of it, with her, with anyone who isn't you. I let out a hollow laugh. You think words fix this? No. His eyes meet mine, steady but desperate. But maybe actions can. Silence stretches, tight as a rope between us. I want to believe him. I want to throw the rope away. I don't know which want is stronger. Finally, I walk in, closing the door. Behind me. The click is final, echoing. He straightens, like the sound sealed us into some truth we can't escape. I need you to understand something, I say. My voice is sharp, trembling with restrained fire. What you did, what you chose, it didn't just hurt me. It broke me. It made me question everything I am, everything we are. His face crumples, pain etched deep. I know. And I hate myself for it. Good. My voice cracks, tears threatening, because I've spent weeks hating myself, wondering why I wasn't enough, wondering if I've been invisible all along while I carried this family, these kids, this life on my back. His eyes shine wet, his throat working. You are enough, more than enough. You're the reason I breathe, the reason I get up, the reason I even believe in love at all. The words slam into me. Too much. Too late. Then why wasn't it me you wanted to see on that screen? I whisper. Why wasn't it me? He stands, sudden and raw, closing the space between us. His hands tremble as he reaches, then stops, inches away. His voice is a broken plea. It was you. It's always been you. I got lost. And I don't deserve your forgiveness. But I'll spend the rest of my life begging for it if I have to. My chest heaves, my tears finally spilling. I hate him. I love him. Both. Truths sear through me, impossible to reconcile. His hand hovers near my cheek, waiting, not claiming, not demanding, waiting for me to choose. For once I let my heart answer before my mind can strangle it. I lean into his touch. His palm is warm, steady, heartbreakingly familiar. My eyes close, a sob escaping. I don't know if I can forgive you, I whisper. Not tonight. Maybe not ever. His thumb brushes a tear from my cheek. Then let me at least try to be the man worth forgiving. The dam inside me cracks. I crumble against him, fists pounding his chest once, twice, before I collapse into his arms. He holds me tight, his body shaking with mine. For the first time in weeks, I let myself feel everything, the rage, the grief, the love that refuses to die. We cling to each other like drowning souls. His lips pressed to my hair, my temple, my jaw. Not hungry, not lustful, reverent, apologetic. When his mouth finally finds mine, it's not the kiss of a man who betrayed. It's the kiss of a man begging for redemption. It's fierce, trembling, soaked in tears. I kiss him back, not because he's earned it, but because my heart doesn't know how not to. The kiss deepens, slow and aching, every brush of lips a confession, every breath a vow. His hands frame my face, gentle, worshipful, as if I might break. My body melts and resists at once, torn between surrender and self-preservation. We break apart, foreheads pressed together, gasping. "I can't lose you," he whispers. Voice ragged. "Then don't give me a reason to go," I breathe. The silence after is thick, pulsing with everything unresolved. But something has shifted. The walls between us aren't gone, but they're cracked. And through the cracks, something fragile shines. Possibility. The days that follow aren't easy. They're jagged, raw, filled with sharp words and long silences, with tentative touches and broken laughter. Trust is a wound, not a gift. Love is both balm and blade. But we begin again. Not because it's easy, not because it's safe, but because somehow, despite everything, the thread between us has not snapped. One night, weeks later, as we lie in bed, his arm around me, our children asleep down the hall, I hear his whisper in the dark. "You're still the only story I want to tell." And for the first time, I believe him. Not completely, not blindly, but enough to let myself stay, because love isn't perfect. It isn't pure. It isn't free of betrayal or pain. Love is choice, over and over, through the breaking and the mending. And tonight, for better or worse, I choose him.